Guys, welcome back to playing the Elementalists Chapter 4. Time to face the music. How were your first meet with the dingo? Probably not good. I'm just calling it right now. Probably not good, but we're going to charm her. I promise you. Elementalists. Coming at you now. Coming back in here now. Chapter 4, Judgment Day. Great. Liable to be judged. It's the morning of your third day at Pendergast College of Elemental Magics, and you're already in trouble. You pace back and forth in front of Dean Jeff's office, during entry and facing the possibility of being expelled. Can't believe this is happening. Jump out shuffling sound from the end of the hall, straining up, thinking it might be the dean. You deflate as Beck arounds the corner. Surprised you made it here before me. I assume you get lost with how sad and inept you are. You're the one who got us into this mess. Technically it was my fault, but me? How do you possibly figure? Technically it was my fault. It's because you made me lose focus through a far me are so distractingly cute. Yes. It made it really hard to focus on anything, especially since you are so clearly in love with me. Whoa. Alright, no wait. Whoa. His face scrunches up as he cuts himself off. You hold back and laugh at his frustration. That was hot. You're clearly just trying to flush me. Don't think you'll get in my head with your siren song. What's that supposed to mean? Listen here, you little. A loud click draws your attention. You look over to see Jean Jeff standing in the doorway of her office. You two must be the pair that Professor England was referring to. Beckett immediately straightens up and immediately smoothing out his coat and running hair over the Pendergast crest on his chest. Yes, Dean Jeff, we are, and may I just say how truly and absolutely sorry I am for any and all my actions. Wow. Kiss up. The Dean stares at him until a smile fades and his face turns deep red. Then she turns her gaze to you, appraising you with a look you can't quite place. Come in, both of you. Let's get this over with. You and Becca take seats across from Dean Jeff's ostentatious desk. Before we get started, allow me to say that I don't care who started this. I'm greatly disappointed in both of you. Mr. Harrington, I have extremely high hopes for you as a student with your family's reputation. Beckett hangs his head. He grips his knees tightly, knuckles turning white. I'll take the blame. Dean Jeff, please don't be too hard on me. I really did start all this. The Dean turns sharply towards you and you force yourself not to shrink away. I appreciate your candor, Mr. Russell, but does excuse Mr. Harrington's actions in this. Next to you, Beckett's grip relaxed just a bit. Mr. Harrington, considering your excellent transcripts and undeniable potential, you will not be expelled today. Well, woohoo for him. You feel the tension shift as Beckett exhales. Thank you, Mel. You won't regret. The Dean holds her hand to quiet him and turns her burning gaze onto you. Uh-oh. You have seen me came out of nowhere and think that Pendergast rules don't apply to you, No, of course not. That's... Excuse me, Dean Jeff, but it was an accident. A spell got wire that got blown out of proportion. Your eyes widen as you look over at Beckett, but he doesn't look in your direction. The Dean steeples her fingers and is silent for a moment. Looking for you, Desmond. Someone has already made a case for you to stay. One a bit more compelling than Mr. Harrington's. Really? Who? But wait, I'm not expelled. Who would do that? Who? I bet it's Zeph. Someone who apparently cares whether or not you continue your education. It could be Griffin, Zeph, or... I forgot her name. But I want to make sure you know the severity of your actions. Both of you will be required to plan school's service hours as punishment. We're going to be working together, yes. Of course, absolutely. What we have to do. So be it. Arrive at the library at 8 this evening to receive your assignments. Thank you so much, Dean Jeff. Really, I promise you this won't happen again. It better not. I'm not woman enough for second chance, and you can expect that any further incidents result in expulsion. Do I make myself clear? You and Becca both nod as a comfortable silence drifts over the three of you. Well, were you waiting for leave? Well, in other words, you and Becca gather your things and leave her office. Well, I can't believe you made it out there in one piece. That woman is terrifying. That woman is a genius, a real servant. savvy of the current magical education landscape. And 100% the scariest person I've ever met. You laugh relieved now that there's no pending threat of expulsion. Beckett fights a smile. As your laughter dies away, Beckett clears his throat, straining. I should go. My next class starts pretty soon. I'll see you later, I suppose. Heck yeah, you will. Right, sure. As you watch him walk down the hall, you see Akira's face, surrounded by a nest of wild hair, peering at you from around the corner of a side hallway. Oh, who are you? Is she a teacher? You start to walk towards her, she disappears behind a wall. And when you finally reach the spot, she's gone. Interesting. The other day, you head to the greenhouse for your first natural studies class with Professor Contos. You take an open seat next to Shreya. I get the majority of the floor space taken up by something about hip height, cover, and attire. Before you can ask about it, Shreya draws your attention back. There you are. Assume that since you're here, you're not expelled. Yep. Whoopee. Yeah, Becca totally vouched for me. I think one of the professors helped me out. Harrington is a shock. He seems like quite a stuck-up little brat. Maybe he had a change of heart. Really, I'm not going to question it. I never expected to be a Pendergast, but I can't just leave, you know what I mean? Seems like magic's starting to grow on you. Literally. It's not just that. I got this letter from my parents this morning. Well, I guess it's an email. Alright, the tuneless communication system at Pendergast is fully automated and state-of-the-art. It only records incoming messages, but filters and sources them before transcribing them on these little cards. You know a lot about it. Mystery Inc. has a tuneless product line. We use a similar system. What did the letter say? You hand her a folded paper from your back. Desmond, we hope school's going well. Don't forget to check in from time to time. Your father and I know you're probably living it up, so we won't bug you too much. Just remember we love you and are so incredibly proud. This is Hallmark level stuff. I'm tearing up a little bit. I know, right? I can't let them know. Hartfeld wasn't working for me, but Pendergast, it's different here. It feels so right. Professor Constance comes through the greenhouse door straining his vest. Good morning, class. Settle in, please. We're going to start the year off with a very special exciting lecture today. What do you think is under the tarp? I just hope it's not another giant fly trap. I swear the one by the door snipped me on the way in. Shudders and you laugh to yourself before turning back to Professor Constance. Realize this is about one of the most important things that Toon will ever learn. Companion magic, yes! Excited whispers instantly fill the classroom. You turn and see the tarp behind you rippling a bit, like something behind its breathing. What's companion magic? As most of you know, many spells can only be cast when a Toon combines with magic without another magical being. Now, if there aren't any other Toon around, you can find yourself in quite a situation if the need to do companion magic arises, so... Begin our own companion. He strides across the room purposely. He whisks the tar off the 3 fenced squares of space on the floor and inside. Cute! This one's the cutest. Those are also cute. Obviously, I'm going to go with this because this is on the front cover. Oh my god. The class leans in closer, craning to get a better look at the creatures. These are just a few of the magical creatures that hold enough potential to channel companion magic. We call them familiars. The Arilu is a fierce and independent companion. Build its trust though, and it will fight for you tooth and nail, even when no magic is required. Nice. One of the small puppy-like creatures yips cheerfully. It chases its tail before disappearing to thin and reappearing a few feet away. Aw, cute. The Lumian is wary of danger and it will alert you at the first sign of trouble, making it highly prized as both guards and companions. One of the elegant serpentine creatures cools softly and coils around itself. As its wings rustle, the air around the ripples are still charged with energy. So cute. Like a little dragon. And lastly, the Gorg, a simple but effective creature, though they have a tendency to be quite stubborn. Professor Contis points to the last enclosure. At first glance, it appears to be full of lifeless rocks until you notice one of those rocks is breathing. My friends, a companion breeding coat sends over fresh litter for you all to choose from, so please make a neat line. Everyone jostles each other on their way to go to the back, pushing and squeezing as they try to be first in line. It's so cool. Which one are you gonna get? I've had my heart set on the Lumia since I was a young girl. They're such regal creatures. What about you? You're about to choose your familiar. Choose carefully, as this companion will be with you for the duration of your studies. Wow. I had no choice but to go with the Gorg. Because I don't have the diamonds to pay anyways. Man, that sucks. Excellent choice. Professor Constance reaches down, gently picks up what looks like a tablet that's almost become a frog, putting it into your hands. I think I'll name you Butterball. Should I name you? I have no idea. I am not good with names. I'm gonna name you maybe Tom and Jerry. Maybe name you Friggly. No. Friggly. Friggly. Maybe. Not Gregory. Friggly. You tried this new name on the drawer, but there doesn't seem to be any response. Come on, Friggly. Alright, see, Goras are a simple creature. They get easily confused. Unfortunately, you're stuck with whatever name they were calling him back at the breeding company. Let's see. Brothers through some papers, checks a picture against the Gora's appearance. This man, meet your new best friend, Tim. Tim? As you say that, the Gora's eyes roll back towards you and he lets out a gurgling sound. Well, that was a waste. Okay, Tim, it is, I guess. Take the rest of the class to get acquainted with your new friend, remember? Mayor's not a pet, it's a partner. If you want them to put their trust in you, you must do the same. Makes sense. With that, Professor Contos wanders back to his desk while the rest of the class coos loudly over their new familiars. I'm stuck with a toad. With that, can't believe this. I know, I've always wanted Lumiere, but my mother said the only way an animal was coming to our house was in a garment bag. Wow. Her new Lumiere squaws gliding behind her and peeking over her shoulder. Oh, don't worry, my little Chi-Chi. My mother is nowhere close here, and I will never let her hurt you. Chi-Chi? It's a nickname, sort for Gucci. Because my Lumi is just as iconic. On the table next to you, Tim lets out a sound like a cross between a croak and a quiet roar. You gently run a finger down his back and he melts into a blob, eyes slitted happily. At least he's happy. I hope I'm good at this. I never really had to take care of anything other than myself. Even that's kind of iffy at times. I'm sure you'll be fine. Just remember. Shred's face gets serious as she imitates Professor Kanto's voice. Familiar is not a pet, it's a partner. Both laugh and spend the rest of the class getting to know your new familiars. I wanted the Lumiere. Ooh, books are flying! That night you spend the sprawling, you enter the sprawling Pendergast library for your school service assignment. You take a moment to appreciate your surroundings. This is so lit! I love this. You spot Beckett towards the back of the library, surrounded by a table full of books. You head over to him. Hey. Hey, I'm not late, am I? No, I was already here. He glances up at you, eyes narrowing when he spots Tim in your arms before turning back to the book in front of him. Familiars aren't allowed in the library. Did you not read the sign? Alright, guess I'll just bring little Tim up to my room. Don't be silly, just tell him to go off till you... What? What? You look down at Tim. Go to the ether? Instantly, Tim disappears. Where'd he go? Don't worry, he'll come when you call, and he'll be perfectly happy there with all the other off-duty familiars. He snaps a book he was reading close and stands up. So, what were you reading? There's got to be so much great study material in here. Becca scoffs at you. I'm here to complete my school service hours, not start a book club with you. Right. Book clubs are fun. You glare silently at each other for a few moments. I got our service assignment from Mr. Cornish ship. The librarian was supposed to reshell the Otome history section from 1300 to 1350. Wow. That doesn't sound terrible. It's only 50 years. Where's that section? He points on the nearest aisle, which stretches on and on into the dark recesses of the library. Welp. It goes all the way down. I see, but at least we all have to do is put some books in the right place. Just as upward to the dozens of books flapping around near the ceiling like birds. Good point. Let's get to work, shall we? Now, later, you stand in the aisle with your back to Beckett. You slot yet another book into the shelf in front of you, only to have one next to it get up and fly away. this is torture. Tell me about it. This is making me hate the library. There's a brief silence. You turn around, leaning against the shelf behind. Watch Beckett's back as he shelves a book effortlessly in another. So this morning in Jeff's office, you vouched for me. Yeah, so what? Can I repay you with a kiss? uh, I don't want to have to owe you anything, so what can I do to make it up to you? Please, like you would have anything I would want. Besides, I figure I owed you one for telling the dean it wasn't my fault. Don't make a thing out of it. Are you always like that? Becker rolls around his lip, curling to a sneer. Like what exactly? Like this, mean, spiteful, not everyone's out to get you, you know. Obviously, I don't think that's the case. His brow creased as he frowned, struggling to find the words. This is important to me. School, I had to do what? I had to excel. He turns his back to you and lifts his hands. A small whirlwind appears overhead, drawing in all the nearby books still flying through the air. I have to be the best. Like no one ever was. But why? This place is incredible. Isn't it enough to just be here? I wish it were, but no. If I don't graduate top of my class or win the Otome Magic Artist Award, what's the point? I'm still in education, making lifelong connections to college experience. Watch the book struggling against the air current Beck created. My man just slipped through, losing a page or two in the process. Beck slipped quirks, and for a second you think he might smile, but he doesn't. You won't understand. I'll be back. I have to hunt that book down. Here's your chance to get to know friends. We are not becoming friends. We are becoming more than friends. Here's a chance to get to know Beckett better and maybe become friends. Honestly, I would say yes if they hadn't said become friends. You lost me. If you would have said and maybe do something more or become more or something like that. You hang back and wait for Beckett to turn with the book. When he does, he looks determined. So I realized that I may have been a bit rude to you in the past. You just realized this? What I mean is to say, look, can we start over? Heck yeah. What's the catch? Catch, why would you assume? He exhales slowly. Right, because I've been so rude to you, kind of a jerk, really. Yeah, you kind of have been. His ears turn piggy. You can't help but smile. You offer him your hand and he shakes it. We can start over, but only if this new Beckett's more like this Beckett. I could certainly try. Good, now let's get these books back on their shelves so we can get out of here. After taking a quick glance around, you climb up to one of the library tables to jump for a hefty tome as it flies overhead. Beckett laughs. Stop, you're going to hurt yourself. Then catch me. Are you laughing at me? Just a little bit. Here, try this. First stop the air current. He lifts his hand towards the flapping book and points a finger. The book freezes in midair. Then turn yourself into a magnet. The book can't help but be drawn to you. He turns his hand towards himself and curls his fingers inward. The book gives a shudder but eventually drifts into his hand without a fight. They also like him when you stroke their spines. They're more likely to stay on the shelf if they like you. We've been at this school for like 3 days. How do you know all this? My home library uses a similar filing system. Go ahead and try it. Try how am I supposed to make myself a magnet? I really only know how to conjure fire, and that didn't work out super great last time. Beckett sighs. What did Professor England say in class yesterday, Desmond, about where our magic comes from? He from within? I mean, technically, we're born with it. Exactly. The point is, and I loathe to say this, but you're probably the most powerful student at this school. I'd be shocked if a loose spell like this isn't a cakewalk for you. The magnet part's the trickiest, but perfectly simple with the right attunement, which I'm pleased to be graced with. Just explain how, though. Just how do I put it? It's a feeling you get right in your center. If you focus on it hard enough, you can feel the energy being released. All you have to do is reverse the energy, draw energy in instead of spelling it out. Now go ahead, give it a try. They can watch you expectantly, have a smirk on his face, you shake your hands out. Okay, first step. Stop the current, I think. No! Shoot! Dang it. The game lagged. You lit your hand, immediately forgot what you were supposed to do next. Sorry. How about I gather the books up and you just put them on the shelves? That sounds about your level. After the game lagged, you grumble slowly to yourself, but you have to admit he's right. I'm gonna do that again once this is over. You and Becca work together to get the books back onto the shelf. He draws the last book to him, goes to shelf it, then stops. Wow, look at this. It must have fluttered over from another section of the library. Another old book? Desmond, this is the first edition Prendergast compendium. Everything you ever want to know about this lauded institution is here. Up until the 20th century, that is. You are such a nerd. But he's a cute nerd. Oh, come on. I bet there are so many fascinating details about the school's history you don't know. Look, here's the original school seal right here. Points to the familiar crest of the cover, the one you've been seeing around campus, even now in Becca's blazer. But instead of an elephant-like Drixmare in the middle, there's a snake-like creature eating its own tail. What is that? We were the Prendergast Orioles until 1916 when Dean Greg Gardner Waite thought the mascot should be a little more. I believe the word he used was fun. The rest of the seal is the same though. The typeface, the colors of the shield representing the 9 elements. 9 elements? There are only 8 colors in the crest. Becca traced the finger around the border of the crest on his blaze, which is deep red in color. That's the 9th. But wait, I thought there were only 8 elements. That really looks like the same as other. There's only 8 that we're allowed to practice and study. Well, what is it, the 9th one? Becca looks around, making sure you're alone. Blood magic. Or like the mastery of actual blood? More like mastery over life itself. Ooh, blood element. Blood attunes are the only attune powerful enough to give life, and they can take it away just like that. Man, this is like Avatar, man. Because I remember that in that one episode where Katara was able to learn how to bend blood. Like, that episode was so amazing. He snaps his fingers. You realize you leaned in closer, totally drawn in. That's why the practice of blood magic has been banned. So the Toon government or whatever just disallowed them? How do you do that to an entire group of people? Well, it's more like they were suppressed. It's the rarest attunement a person can have, so there weren't many to begin with. How do you not know this stuff? I never paid attention in school, obviously. It can nods like this suitable answer, and you try not to bristle at how easily he accepts it. But why would they do that? Here, follow me. I want to show you something. He leads you to the creepy statue of a 3-headed snake in the back of the room. All of its heads hiss in your direction as you approach. Becca holds out a hand and they settle down. So you're the marble snake whisperer now? It's a Chatterman. You need special permission to access the archives. The snake bend and twist before finally parting out of the way. You follow Beckett through. I thought it would be a little more impressive back here. Hey, you shouldn't. He chuckles to himself. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Oh, like you? He laughs harder, but when you realize you aren't, he strains up again. Right, well, to answer your question about why they went to such lengths to stop a Toon from practicing blood magic, he starts to walk down one of the aisles. There was a man a while ago. He went kind of crazy, experimenting on children and all kinds of horrible stuff. They call him the Dread. A really cool name. Yeah, that's so scary. As far as bad guy names go, that's pretty chilling. His real name was Rafe Highmore. So what happened to Rafe? Becca continues speaking in a hushed tone as he winds through the cracks. No one really knows, actually. It's pretty strange. When I was a kid, he was basically the boogeyman. You know, if you don't eat your piece, of dread will come for you. Parenting at its absolute finest. And unfortunately, a very real possibility. For all the years he was being pursued, he only killed kids. When the candles on the wall flickers in and not forms your stone, you follow Becca around a corner into an aisle labeled Biographical Histories. And then one day he just disappeared. Becca stops in front of the 3rd shelf and runs his fingers along the spines, finally pulling out a book and handing it to you. Try to open the book, but the pages stay firmly shut. Alright, all the books in this section can be checked out without access approval. See? Once how perfectly thumb-sized and dim the bottom line is fine. See, and how do I get access? It would have to be approved by the dean herself, usually for students that are already excelling past the standard year's curriculum. Let me guess, you're one of those students? One of the many benefits is attending the Pendergast summer program and being all around brilliant, of course. Great, so you could just check it out for me and I'll... No way, I can't go around and use my special privileges to help just anyone. What if you damage it or forget to bring it back and accrue late charges? Learning more about this red guy is bound to help me understand more of the magical world's secrets. There might even be something in this book that explains that shadow creature. Beckett's the only one who could help. This book is a significant item. Kaitlyn will add it to your desk and help shed some light on the mysteries of Pendergast. And I don't care. I've got so much going on right now, I won't have time to read it anyway. Start the book needling to show why Beckett goes to return to the compendium to its proper owl. Yeah, you don't have to remind me. Hey, gather your things before leaving the library. Took you long enough. Sorry I had to. Were you waiting for me? What? Well, it's dark. We live in the same building after all. Right. Suddenly you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up. You up around and see the woman for earlier watch you from the shadows of one of the hallways. Why do you look so surprised? Her again. Who? He turns to look, but she's vanished down the hall while saying the word you take off after her. Hey, wait. You tear down the hallway, following the tails of her skirt as it disappears around corners. Come on, Beckett, keep up. You wheel around the corner just in time to see a door slam shut along the hallway. Swing the door open again, back around, your heels ready to confront the mysterious one, but stay your face with an empty hallway. Damn it. Rush for it, willing to give up, but the corridor stops short and a dead end. Where could she have gone? There's no exit. I don't think that's quite the case. He looks at the wall in front of you, his head cocked thoughtfully to one side. The longer you stare at the wall, the more you feel a throb in your temples. I feel it too. Something about this is weird. I suspect there's a door here hidden by invisibility wars. It's the only logical explanation for this. Becca says wall, then nods decisively. He presses his hands together for a brief moment, then reaches out to move them back and forth in front of the wall as if wiping steam from a mirror. Slowly the wall melts away, revealing a door in plain sight. Becca, you're a genius! What would I have done without you? You grab the doorknob, but it stays firmly locked. You glance back at Becca, who puts his hand up. Don't look at me. I'm certainly not helping you break into a locked room. We're so close. I need to know why this woman's following me. She might have answers about some stuff I need to know. That's not my problem. Why should I break the rules just for you? Because you love me. Becca, where's your sense of adventure? Guess you're not that great at magic. I know a few ways I can make it up to you. You get closer. Ooh! You get closer to him, walking your fingers up his chest, beneath his blazer. You can feel his heartbeat. Oh! Oh my goodness. What? Chill, I'm kidding. Or am I? Mostly. Well, Becca flushes his gaze meeting yours. He quickly looks away and clears his throat. You wanted me to lock this door? Yes, I believe I could do that easily now, being a metal attune. He curls his fingers to fist to press his knuckles together. He takes a deep breath, exhales, and taps 2 fingers on the doorknob. I should do it. Door unlocks with a soft click. Yes, thank you. Don't mention it. Seriously, let's never speak of this again. You gently press the hand to the door, bracing yourself for what's to come. Here goes nothing. You tense as you push open the wide door, ready to confront wherever is on the other side you step in. The heck? But the woman's nowhere to be seen. Crap, she's gone. Your gaze sweeps the room, searching, taking the box and shelving, overflowing with colorful knickknacks. Oh, is that a genie lamp? Is that a scarab beetle? What is this place? I had no idea this room was here. It's not on one of the school's published schematics. Except for the 2 rooms, suddenly stumble over a back lying in the middle of the floor. Inside is a shimmering crystalline shard and an array of multicolored pins, what appears to be a long curved bone. And at the very bottom, under all the clutter, an old photograph torn in half. Huh. Colors of the photograph are fading until you could just barely make out the image of a man cradling a baby in his arms. You peer closer. You realize the baby has a sun-shaped birthmark on their shoulder, just like you. Is this my parrot? This is a picture of me. Am I orphan? I mean, well, not orphan, but is this going to be kind of like a hero where our parent is not our parents? I'm feeling that's probably what it is. Our parents, not our parents. But anyways, who Beckett? So anyways, I'll see you guys next week for the next chapter of the Elementalists. So see you then. Bye bye.